Hey folks, Happy New Year! You're watching Conf42 DevOps 2024. Before we jump in, please remember to join the hallway track, as well as our Slack and Discord servers. The schedule is quite charged today, so I'd recommend take a look at event websites so you don't get lost. We've got almost 60 amazing sessions for you today. So without further ado, let's begin. Conf42 DevOps 2024 was made possible by Fairwinds, Kong, and Uptime Labs. Gold sponsors: SRE Day, the silver sponsor. Bronze sponsors: Unpack.tech, our newsletter partner, and our media partners. We opened the summit with a keynote by Joe Pelletier, Vice President Product Strategy at Fairwinds. He will present and explain the 2024 Kubernetes Benchmark Report.
My name's Joe Pelletier, and I'll be talking about this year's Kubernetes Benchmark Report, where we'll be covering sort of common trends in the Kubernetes space around security, efficiency, and reliability.
In the second keynote, Wenchao Xiang, Senior Software Engineer at Kong, will tell you more about elevating excellence of Kong Gateway, performance enhancement, and best practices.
Hi, hope you can enjoy my talk. I'm going to talk the key aspects of Kong Gateway, exploring its core components, performance improvements, and some best practice that can make your user experience better. Really looking forward to the talk and hope you enjoy the conference.
For the third keynote, we're pleased to have Dylan Etkin, the co-founder and CEO of Sleuth. Developers don't toil, automate.
Are you a developer or do you work with developers? Come attend my talk and learn how to remove one of the biggest pains from a developer's day-to-day: toil. The most tried and true way to remove toil from a developer's life is via automation. In my talk, I'll cover the traits that the most impactful automations share, the 4 most common types of developer toil, and examples of how to automate it away each. I hope you'll attend and that you have a great conference.
Right after the keynotes, we're excited to have a panel discussion between Mandi Walls from PagerDuty, Tanya Janka from SemGrep, Hamed Silatani from Uptime Labs, and Henrik Rexed from Dynatrace. They will discuss the history and the state of DevOps in 2024.
Was like when we switched to Agile, it was like, what if we asked for feedback instead of like building a thing in a silence for this really long time? And then with DevOps, it's like, what if we spoke to ops? What if we didn't, like you said, have the 2 silos, but also what if we got feedback all the time? What if we tested all the time? What if we integrated constantly your piece and my piece so that in 10 weeks from now, when we met and we tried to integrate it and it didn't work, and then we're both like, it's your fault. We've already tested that all the time.
Let's welcome Mihaela-Roxana Ghidersa, technical lead at Skeen Health. She will explore AI integration for developers, leveraging ChatGPT and Copilot in your long-term projects.
I'm going to discuss about how we can integrate AI tools in our development processes, tools that are going to help developers in their day-to-day work, with a focus, of course, on ChatGPT and GitHub Copilot. Join me in. We're going to touch the surface of very, very nice tools that will help us a lot. See you!
In the next talk, Saurav Panda, the co-founder and CEO of Cloud Code AI, will talk about AI as catalyst, redefining resource management in DevOps.
Hi everyone, I would like to invite you to Conf42 DevOps Summit this January. During this summit, I'll be talking on how AI can be a catalyst in redefining resource management in DevOps. Especially, I'll be talking about how AI can change the way we use tools and processes in DevOps. Looking forward to seeing you there.
Joining in next, we have Rich Nemetz, Chief Innovation Officer at Viscosity North America. Rich will present Player Piano, the world of ADW and ATP.
How do you make an impact in the world? The answer is leverage technology. What is one of the most amazing pieces of technology out there? The Oracle Autonomous Database. How do you build a robot that will do your work for you? And the answer is autonomous database will do your work for you. Manage 10 times the databases you do now. See my talk and you'll see more on how to do it. There's a free version and it takes all of under 2 minutes to provision the database.
For the next session, we're glad to have Mandi Walls, DevOps advocate at PagerDuty. Reduce toil by improving your automation.
Hey, thanks for joining my session, Reduce Toil by Improving Your Automation. I'm excited to share with you some of the things that we've learned about automation and what you can gain from not only building automation for yourself, but building automation as an internal product to help other folks in your organization do more of their work themselves. So we're going to talk about, enabling those folks and capturing all of the things that your team already knows and is able to do so that you can pass that, share that automation knowledge with other folks in your organization. So I hope you have a great session and thanks.
Debosmit Ray, the founder of DevZero, is here to tell us more about Declarative Everything, a GitOps automation-based approach to building efficient developer platforms.
Please join me for my talk called Declarative Everything, a GitOps and automation-based approach to implementing developer platforms. I'm very excited to dive more into how GitOps can be used to drive configuration-based approaches to driving infrastructure automation across our engineering teams, and how that can be used to implement a developer platform. And I will also go into some details into how various stages of the SDLC can benefit from having such automation. Thank you.
Jonathan Monti, software engineer at Cisco, will tell you more about automated grenade testing for platform components.
Hello everyone, I'm looking forward to sharing with you my talk on automated grenade testing for platform components. But in the meanwhile, I hope you've been enjoying all of the other talks that the conference has to offer, and hopefully see you soon.
Naresh Waswani, senior architect at Simpler, joins us to guide you through efficiency in motion mastering continuous delivery without compromising stability.
Thank you so much for joining me in this session, Efficiency in Motion, Mastering Continuous Delivery Without Compromising Stability, where I will be talking about my experience working with teams who thought they were doing microservices, but eventually they realized that it was actually a trap of a distributed monolith, and they really couldn't take a full advantage of a microservices architecture, which tells you that you can ship a feature as soon as possible the moment it is developed.
In the next session, Ewald Verhoeven, quality advocate lead at Test Coders, will present accelerating software delivery, why your team is slowing down.
Welcome in 2024. Let this be the year that you enhance both quality and productivity whilst under pressure from your business or customer to deliver that roadmap that you promised. And I hear you think that sounds impossible. Well, no, it can be done. Please join us in my session on January 25th that's called Accelerating Software Delivery, Why Your Team is Slowing Down, and I'll tell you exactly how it works. I hope to see you there. I'm excited. Cheers.
Travis Goslin, distinguished software engineer developer experience at SPS Commerce, jumps in to show you how to maximize CI/CD efficiency, reusable templates with Azure pipelines.
With the rise of internal developer platforms and platform engineering, CI/CD pipelines should be less art and more engineering discipline. Delivery teams should be enabled to build effective pipelines through reusable templates and workflows that are custom to your organization with very little effort. Continuing to copy or duplicate CI/CD YAML logic from repo to repo is a recipe for future tech debt and slow momentum. Join me as we learn to build reusable templates with inheritance and composition in Azure DevOps pipelines.
For the next one, please join me in welcoming Anupam Phoghat, Associate Director of Cognizant Servin, demystifying modernization, true potential of cloud technology.
Welcome, conference attendees. In our fast-paced digital age, businesses are constantly exploring innovative ways to boost efficiency and stay competitive. Join me in exploring the crucial realm of digital modernization on public cloud platform. We'll delve into three vital aspects: application, infrastructure, and data modernization. Let's unlock the full potential of public cloud platform together. Thank you for joining this journey.
Karol Pieciukiewicz, Manager, Senior Azure Architect and Team Leader at PwC, will now present Azure DevOps, easy to build private agents at scale.
Hello, I will be discussing Azure DevOps agents at scale in a straightforward manner. If you are interested in implementing this approach in your project, understanding all necessary steps, and accessing complete source code for required infrastructure creation and automation pipeline, join my session.
Next, we have Yasha Romanets, Senior Manager Cloud Engineering at Pegasystems. Positive and constructive feedback, how you had it all wrong.
In 15 minutes, I will teach you to be monumentally better leaders and build trust with your team, setting very high standards for them, while also maintaining great atmosphere to work with them. I invite you to my talk. I hope you enjoy it and the rest of the conference.
Andrew Murphy, the founder of Tech Leaders Launchpad, will be your tour guide in ancient Greece. Athens to algorithms, Zeno as a tech leader.
Hi, I'm Andrew Murphy, and I'm going to be doing a talk called Athens to Algorithms, What Ancient Greece Can Tell You About Modern Technology Leadership. It's a great talk about Zeno of Citium, one of the founders of Stoicism and the concepts around that. I've studied technology leadership for about 15 years at this point. I love learning about different things and how we can apply them to the world of technology leadership. I love looking at weird and wonderful things that have nothing to do with technology and asking the question, how can we apply this to our 21st century technology world? I hope you'll enjoy the talk, and I'll see you in there.
Let's go fishing with Brian Walter, the co-founder and CEO of Open Context. He's here to tell us what he learned about DevOps ecologies from standing in cold water. A river runs through it.
Please join me for my talk on DevOps and fly fishing, and what I've learned about socio-technical engineering while standing in freezing cold water. I'm really excited to talk with you about the two things I love the most, DevOps and fly fishing, and what they could possibly have in common. And if we're lucky, we'll have a little fun along the way. I'm really looking forward to this talk, and I hope you all really enjoy the conference.
For the next talk, we have Jonathan Hill-Chavez, DevOps engineer at Globant. Unlocking agile efficiency, DevOps speed up with Git.
Everybody, welcome to this conference. Today we start talking about for something DevOps Association about for Git and also another scopes around for DevOps side. Let me share with you this little quote. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated by confusions. That it's true because you start this journey for DevOps side for a complicated stuff, but when you grow in DevOps, you start to generate more complicated stuff, but more easily.
In the next session, Murali Malina, the CTO of SoftRams, will unveil the promise of software factories. 0 to 60 on day 1.
What a great time to be building software. Please join my talk on the promise of software factories and how we can help our teams to take an idea from 0 to 60 on day 1. I would like to share our journey of building a software factory and what we are still learning. You will learn a bit about the use cases, capabilities, and how we can bring all of these together to accelerate innovation in your organization. Thank you for joining in.
Leon Adato, Principal Technical Evangelist at Kentic, is here to look back at a lifetime of poor tech choices.
Hey everyone, it's Leon. Right at the start, I want to take a minute and thank the Conf42 organizers for giving me this opportunity to share my perspective on something that I think we who've made a career in tech, struggle with at least a little bit, and that's the fear that we've chosen poorly, that we've invested our time unwisely, and we're going to suffer because of a bad choice about technology or career path or things like that. In fact, this experience is so common when I talk to people who are working in tech that I've actually made the framework of this talk open source. You can find it on my GitHub page, and you are welcome to take a version of it and fill in your own details and use it to talk to audiences if you are so moved about your experiences. However, right now, I'm going to be talking about my story. So I appreciate you taking a moment to join me as I look back on a lifetime of poor technical choices. Thank you so much.
Rohit Mishra, Senior Customer Engineer at Google Cloud, joins us to dive deep into Kubernetes operators, learning the why, how, and what of DevOps' best friend.
Please join me for my talk on Kubernetes operators, a deep dive into K8 native workload management. I'm really excited to walk you through the fundamentals of Kubernetes operators and also show you how you can write a Kubernetes operator for your own use cases. Really looking forward to it, and I hope you enjoy the conference.
Alexandr Tarasov and Dmitry Ulyanov from Sanomi are here to serve a cocktail of environments. How to mix test and development environments and stay alive.
Hello everyone, my name is Alexander Tarasov and I'm very excited to welcome you to Conf42 conference.
My name is Dmitry Ulyanov and I'm going to talk about a very actual topic. It's called the cocktail of environments, about rethought and the modern approaches of building hybrid development and testing environments.
We will discuss the benefits, challenges and key strategies for a successful implementation. Join us to learn more about this approach.
See you.
Michael Zion, the founder and CEO of Medeiros, joins us to hand over the CTO DevOps Handbook, simple principles and examples.
I'm here to talk to you today about DevOps, of course, but more specifically a handbook that I created for CTOs mostly, but actually it's for anyone that wants to understand in simple words what's DevOps and wants to get simple principles in order to make decisions easily.
The next talk will be presented by Samuel Barufi, Senior Solutions Architect at AWS, bootstrapping clusters with EKS blueprints.
Hey everyone, join me in my session about how to bootstrap an EKS cluster with EKS blueprint. My name is Samuel Barufi. I am a Senior Solutions Architect with AWS, and I'm very excited to talk about this very nice tool that can help you manage complex EKS environment into infrastructure as a code, either using Terraform or CDK. See you all there. Bye-bye.
Dmytro Prekrasny, Principal DevOps Engineer at Westwing, will present multiple Terraform projects in a monorepo. How to survive a mess.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Conf42. Did you ever have a set of Terraform projects sitting in a monorepo, various workspaces, structure and Terraform versions? Did you ever feel the uncertainty about applying plan? Today I'd like to share my experience managing such projects, approach, and a simple tool I wrote a few years ago to make it much easier. See you soon.
Gianluca Mardente, Principal Engineer at Cisco, is here to show you a centralized solution for access management across multitude of clusters and tenants.
My name is Gianluca Mardente. I'm a Principal Engineer at Cisco Systems, and in my talk I will cover as you can use Veltos as a platform admin to onboard tenant admins and allow each tenant to deploy applications and add-ons in a subset of managed Kubernetes cluster without interfering with each other. Thank you.
Siddhant Kisti and Akasha Priya will help you uncover Kube Nation, exploring the land of Kubernetes.
Hey everyone, I'm Siddhant Kisti, a developer advocate at Siglens.
And I'm Akansha Priya, and I'm working as a developer relations at Empathy Ops.
So we're really excited to be talking at Conf42, and we'll be talking about Cube Nation.
So we will be taking an analogy of a country to represent the complex Kubernetes architecture, and it will be a very fun and visual way of understanding this. So we both are really excited to see you and join us in this talk and have a great time at this virtual conference.
See you all there.
For the next lecture, let's welcome Gregorio Palama, Senior Cloud Engineer and DevOps at Lutec, Kubernetes Gateway API.
Hello everyone, and welcome to my talk about Kubernetes Gateway API, and I will be happy to show you the differences between this new API and the Ingress API that we used to use until now.
Yuri Bacciarini, Senior DevOps Engineer at CRIF, is here to suggest you might need to say goodbye to Kubernetes Ingress. Long life to Gateway API.
Hi everyone! In this talk, I'd like to see together how Kubernetes is evolving in the application exposure matter, and we will see how Ingress API has been the main character for many years, while other provider-specific solutions have grown, and how Gateway API, which is basically the brand new standard API way to define workload exposure, is taking gradually the main stage. After an introduction, I'll switch to an hands-on presentation where I'll transform all the theory in practice using Google Cloud Platform. See you!
In the next lecture, Kostas Soutsis, the founder and CEO of NetData, will tell you more about observability standardization. The elephant is still in the room.
Hi! I will be talking about observability standardization and what I think that is still the elephant in the room. I will also showcase NetData, the open source platform NetData, that attempts to innovate and solve most of these inefficiencies. Thank you for joining.
Bruno Ferreira, Senior DevOps Engineer at They.Do, is here to present optimizing observability with OpenTelemetry Collector for budget-friendly insights.
Hi, join me for a lightning talk exploring the practical implementation of the OpenTelemetry Collector in enhancing observability strategies. I will dive into They.Do's journey through the realm of observability architecture, where we grappled with challenges and how we strategized our tail sampling using the OpenTelemetry Collector. So if you're seeking for a cost-effective observability solution, this talk might be for you.
Prathamesh Sonpatki, developer evangelist at Last9, is here to showcase the complete handbook to OpenTelemetry metrics.
Hi everyone, my name is Prathamesh and I'm really excited to welcome all of you to my talk, the complete handbook to OpenTelemetry metrics. In this talk, I'll discuss everything that you want to know about OpenTelemetry metrics, how to get started with it, and what things to remember when you run it at scale. Thank you.
Indika Wimalasuriya, Associate Director, Managed Services at Virtusa, will show you how to maximize speed, costs, and UX with AWS Elastic Cache Serverless.
Hi everyone, welcome to Conf42 DevOps 2024. I'm very happy to be part of this conference and I'll be speaking about maximizing speed, cost, and customer end-user experience leveraging AWS serverless caches.
Kevin Uehara, staff front-end engineer at iFood, joins in to tell you more about web workers handling heavy processing on the client side.
Hi there, my name is Kevin Uehara. I'm staff front engineer here in Brazil, and in this talk I want to introduce you the browser API called Web Worker and how we can handle with a large process on the client side. Okay, so we will create a small application and apply this concept and understand some things like performance and a lot of more. Okay, so I hope you like it and I see you soon.
Coming up next, we have Israel Haringer, software engineer at Meta, mastering efficient code reviews, a path to superior code base.
Hi, I'd like to invite you to join me on my talk about mastering efficient code reviews. I'm looking forward to have you and discuss how we can do code reviews more efficiently, how we can set up or improve the team process for code reviews, and much more. I hope you like it and you enjoy the conference. Thank you.
Caio Alvarado, DevOps engineer at Azurion, will present load testing from multiple clients with a pipeline.
Hello everyone, I'm excited to be part of this year's Conf42 DevOps 2024 conference. We recently migrated our platform to a more modern architecture and has to ensure the sizing of the new architecture maintains the same high availability of the previous one. To do this, we used load test as code, where we simulated real production traffic in an isolated non-production environment. Load testing is a type of performance test checking the upper limits of your system by subjecting it to extreme load conditions. This talk is about an important use case of load testing where it becomes useful as a prerequisite to complete a migration project. Using automated pipelines, the test is improved to not only provide traffic from user simulation, but also force the traffic to come from multiple client servers or different IPs. So thanks for joining in.
Alexey Ozeritskiy, freelance data engineer at Architect, will hint you on 4 tricks that will help you leverage your Airflow pipelines.
Hello everyone, thank you for your interest in my talk, 4 tips that help you leverage your Airflow pipelines. I'm going to share 4 real-world cases from my experience, how I creatively solved 4 non-standard data engineering tasks. So I'll be happy to see you on my talk and hope you enjoy the conference.
Karamveer Sangha, DevOps consultant at Bitovi, is here to present platform engineering with GitHub Actions, a Prometheus deployment example.
I'm excited to present at Conf42 on topic Platform Engineering with GitHub Action, a Prometheus deployment example. You will see how to deploy Prometheus in EC2 instance using Bitovi's GitHub Action with just few input parameters. I hope to see you all in my talk. Thank you.
In the next session, Caio Medeiros Pinto, DevOps and EE lead at Citi, will list 3 practices to ensure a smooth platform engineering adoption.
I will be talking about platform engineering and how it's connected with DevOps, the main benefits and the challenges behind it. Furthermore, I will share the 3 practices I already use to ensure a smooth adoption of platform engineering. I hope you are enjoying this event and thank you for joining me.
Julien Jakubowski, Developer Relations at StreamNative, is here to help you choose the right messaging platform for your event-driven application. RabbitMQ, Kafka, or Pulsar.
Today, when you need a data streaming platform, what probably comes to mind is Kafka. And if you've been using Kafka for a while, you might be facing some limitations or pain points in your daily operations, like certain rigidity when you need to scale it. If you're using traditional messaging bus solutions like RabbitMQ, you might also be facing certain limits. But I have good news for you, there is an alternative that's gaining popularity right now, Apache Pulsar. By attending my talk, you'll have the opportunity to discover it. See you soon!
In the next talk, Leo Diaz Longhi, platform engineer at Bitovi, will showcase GitHub as a platform engineering platform.
Please join me for my talk on GitHub as a platform engineering platform. I would like to share the experience we had transitioning from a classic DevOps world into the automated world of GitHub Actions.
Please join us in welcoming Maria Rogova, software engineer at Meta, architecting for resilience strategies to fault-tolerant systems.
Hello everybody, please join me for my talk about fault-tolerant systems, where I'll gonna speak about main principles and concepts required to successfully create and maintain such systems.
Mesut Durukal, QA lead at Indeed, is here to tell you more about quality assurance as a DevOps touchstone.
Hello, my name is Mesut Durukal. In my talk, I discussed the role of quality assurance in DevOps practices and making an impact or making a contribution by improving some quality assurance initiatives. So looking forward to meeting you all and enjoy the conference.
For the upcoming session, Antoinette Hodes, security evangelist at Checkpoint Software Technologies, will tell you why IoT devices mandate a zero-tolerance security architecture, saving our toasters and possibly the world.
I'm excited to speak to you about
why IoT devices are mandating a zero-tolerance security architecture. And let me tell you why. Prevention pays. You need prevention for scalability, to increase savings and massively decrease costs, for profitability, and with that I mean an increased turnover, increased productivity, and increased efficiency, basically an improved daily operations. Reliability is the third one, and with reliability I mean, how do you make sure that the device keeps on working as intended?
Melissa McKay, developer advocate at JFrog, is here to address security concerns in every stage of the software supply chain.
Hi, please join me for my talk addressing security concerns in every stage of the software supply chain. Most developers I know already focus on honing their coding skills, but today being a responsible developer requires more than that. We also need to be aware of how our code fits into larger systems and how the processes that move our code into production work. I'm looking forward to sharing from my experience as a developer where we can get blindsided sometimes by software supply chain security issues. I hope you enjoy the conference.
We are excited to have Kyle Kelly, security researcher at SemGrep, mapping the minefield of open source software risks.
Hey, have you ever thought about how IT often doesn't allow end users to just install anything on their device, and how that seems kind of reasonable? Well, have you then given thought to software developers and how they seemingly live in the Wild West, where they can just install any open source software dependencies needed for their project, and how that maybe isn't okay? Well, if that has your brain interested, I encourage you to join my talk, Mapping the Minefield of Open Source Software Risks, where we'll be talking about the dumpster fire that is software supply chain security. Thanks, I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope you have a great conference.
Arshan Dabirsiaghi, the CTO of Pixie, is here for an important question. Who secures our code when an army of robots is writing it?
Hi Internet, hoping you can come join me for my talk, Who Secures Our Code When an Army of Robots is Writing It. As a security researcher and security tool maker, I've had a front row seat to watch my peers struggle to secure all the code that their development teams are writing. And generative AI promises to make this problem a lot worse as developers produce a lot more code. A lot worse, like barreling extinction level event, in my opinion. So, how are we going to deal with that? So please join me to talk about some of the problems and hopefully talk about some of the solutions, and enjoy the rest of the conference.
For the next one, we have Adam Furmanek, DevRel at Medeiros. Effective observability in PostgreSQL, MySQL, and other SQL databases.
Database monitoring is hard. There are so many solutions that only swamp us with data and show raw metrics or charts that we don't know how to action. And what's worse, we often deploy things to production that are just not scalable because we didn't learn that they won't work well in production. Let's see how to build effective observability in whatever database we have and how to improve the DevOps culture of our organizations. Join the talk and enjoy the ride.
Alejandro Duarte, Developer Relations Engineer at MariaDB, represented the evolution of MariaDB. Just a fork for MySQL?
Hello, my name is Alejandro Duarte, and I'm going to be talking about the evolution of MariaDB, a relational database that it's open source, free to use. You can download it, install it, and use it. It's a fork of MySQL, but it's much, much more than that. So I'm going to go through all the history of relational databases, how MySQL was born, how MariaDB was born, what are some of the key differences there. So if you're interested about this topic and you want to automate things related to databases, maybe MariaDB is a great option there, or maybe not. But you will learn for sure what's available in this ecosystem. So join my talk, the MariaDB evolution. See you there and bring your questions. It's going to be very interesting. Bye-bye.
In the next one, Alexey Ozeritskiy, lead software engineer at YDB, will show us how to enhance a distributable SQL database engine, a case study on performance optimization.
Hello everyone. Today I'll be talking about the benchmark-driven performance optimization of the distributed SQL engine used by the YDB database. Thanks a lot for joining in.
Natalie Lunbeck, software engineer at Shipyard, joins in to convince you that you should end-to-end test before merge.
Today, my talk is on end-to-end testing before merge and why it's the latest and greatest best practice in continuous integration and continuous deployment. And I'm going to show you how you can do it by leveraging ephemeral environments with your CI.
Up next, we are happy to have Harsh Mishra, software engineer at Local Stack. Shift left cloud chaos testing on your local machine.
Welcome to Conf42 DevOps 2024. It's my first time speaking at Conf42, and today we are diving into how you can shift left cloud chaos testing on your local machine. We will explore how you can leverage open source cloud emulators for effective chaos testing, ensuring that your applications are robust and resilient. So let us shift gears and get ready to transform the way that we approach cloud chaos testing in this session.
Joe Skeen, the mentor and owner of world-class engineers, will make you fall in love with unit testing.
Hey Conf42, I'm here with a special public service announcement. In 2024, you should not be letting AI write your unit tests for you. What a crazy thing to say. Why would I say that? Come find out at my talk, Falling in Love with Unit Testing.
In the next talk, Neel Shah, product manager at Internaut's Infotech, will showcase how to build sustainable software, introducing Green DevOps.
Hope you are enjoying Conf42. Today we will discuss around Green DevOps, building sustainable software, where we will be discussing the best practices to be implemented in our DevOps projects to reduce the carbon footprint. Hope you will enjoy and implement in your day-to-day DevOps life.
We are excited to have Rajesh Reddy, Principal Product Manager at eCarx. Introduction. We are excited to have Rajesh Reddy, Principal Product Manager at eCarx. Introduction to ADAS and autonomous driving.
Hi everyone. Please join me for my talk on advanced driver assistance systems and autonomous driving. I'm excited to introduce the hardware and software components of ADAS, the features of ADAS, and how ADAS and AD improve road safety and transportation. Hope you all enjoy the conference.
Daniel Paulus, Director of Engineering at Checkly, is here to show you how to go from quarterly to weekly releases in a small startup company.
I am a true DevOps and automation fanatic, and in my talk today, going from quarterly releases to weekly in a small startup company, I would like you to join me to discuss a blueprint of how you can take your engineering organization to the next level of DevOps maturity. We are going to look at the DORA metrics, which I use as a guideline to do that, and discuss people, process, and organizational challenges that come along with these transformations. I can't wait to get started.
For the last but definitely not least session today, please join me in welcoming Tomasz Manugiewicz, General Manager at Grand Parade William Hill. He will share the CTO view on DevOps transformation.
I would like to invite you to my talk. I will dive into the topic of CTO view on DevOps transformation. I will share my experience gained during 18 years in the IT industry, working with executives, and will show you the best practices, how to collaborate with them better and win the benefits for the organization and for yourself. See you there.
Well, this concludes the lineup for Conf42 DevOps 2024. As always, FreeRSVP gives you instant access to the hallway track, the Discord and Slack, the VOD website, and the YouTube playlist. The keynotes, the panel discussion and talks will kick off after this video ends. Please look up the schedule on the event website to get links. We hope you enjoyed the experience and learned something new. That was Mark. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy Conf42 DevOps 2024. Cheers!